such a vibrant energy, such a vibrant energy. I'm really thankful for all the faculty and the administration who actually thought of making me come here, invited me. And it was maybe your idea, but I cherish it more. I really liked coming here, and you people are so, what I say, so vibrant, full of energy. People who were managing all the stay, PR, hospitality, such leadership skills. They were all so cooperative, so such leadership skills. And this is how leadership starts, I say. So coming to, I know you people are the future of India. So I will first like to share some 7 lessons which I have learned in my journey. And after that, I like to know from you what are your own queries. And especially regarding civil services and UPSC, we will take as a query. So in my life, first thing that I have learned is having balance. Balance is very necessary. As you can see, though I am doing good professionally, but I have brought my mother and my child here. It might not have been the most comfortable situation, but if you need balance, you need to handle some uncomforts. Because if you are very professionally sound, but personal life is not good, then again, at the age of 60, you will regret. Because at retirement time, you will retire, then you will need your family. And if you are only looking after family and friends and enjoying time, not working professionally, then regret till 60. Because each time you will see someone more successful, you will feel like, oh, ये तो मैं भी कर सकता था, ये तो मैं भी कर सकती थी, इसमें क्या बड़ी बात है? So this is why we need balance. And after that, at balance, I generally explain it through dal or chai. Have you made dal? Most of you might not have. But when you make a dal, you need to have a very accurate amount of salt, very accurate amount of water, and very accurate amount of dal itself, the pulse itself. The moment you go haywire, more water, not edible. More pulses, too thick. More salt, not edible. So this is how our life is arranged. This is how I see it. Now, second thing that I have learned is capturing the moment. Imagine when you were 17 and 18, you all captured the moment, worked hard and cleared IIT. Now you have a tag that you are a student of IIT ISM Dhanbad. This is a tag you carry all your life. This is a brand in itself. You are from a premier institute, and definitely this is why we have so high hopes from you. The moment you go into any industry, any profession, civil services, law, any profession, first thing you introduce yourself as, I am from IIT Dhanbad. So this is a tag that we all carry. Similarly, there are other moments in life, like this one, when you will have to choose another box for yourself. So this is my personal box theory, where I see that life has been demarcated into numerous boxes. So one box you have achieved. Now you are an IITian and you will remain all your life an IITian. Nobody can steal it from you. Similarly, now is the time to choose another box. Maybe CEO of a company, maybe a scientist, maybe a startup, maybe a civil servant, maybe anything. The top-notch engineer of country, whatever. But now is the time for your second box, which no one can steal from you. So now, and this box gets frozen in time. So when you choose it, you work for it, and moment you get it, it gets frozen in time for all your life. So now you are an IITian, but next, that box you need to decide. What is your next vision? And I say, think of like 10 years ahead. Generally, when we are young, we can at most think of 2 years, 3 years, maybe clearing this exam or maybe getting this job. But think 10 years ahead. Now you all are 22, 23, 24 maybe, at most. Acha, come. Okay, 2022. So this is the time when you are not very visionary in the sense that you think like just getting a job is the best thing that can happen to you. But think after 10 years, 15 years, what life do you want? Do you want to travel with, whom do you want to travel with? What car do you want to drive? What house do you want to live? What contribution do you want to make to the society? What is important to you? When you will imagine yourself as somebody who is 40, 35, 40, then you will get the real picture of what do you really want. Because right now we have sometimes idealistic ideas or too materialistic ideas. Both are not good for us. So we need to have the accurate picture of who we are and what we really want. That will help you choose your box. Which box do you want to have? Do you want to be a CEO? Do you vision yourself as a CEO of a company? Or do you see yourself as a rising startup, the new unicorn? Or you want to be a civil servant, heading a district, heading a department? What do you want to do at that time? So this is my third learning. So you have to choose your box at the right time. And this is the right time, and after some time, maybe after 5-6 years, if you want to switch your box, difficult. After 7-8 years, impossible. Maybe after 10 years, it's very difficult. Because when you have to switch boxes, then you will again have to start from the scratch. This will be very difficult. So while choosing your box right now, whatever you want to be, that should be taken with due diligence. My third lesson that I have learned is potential versus projection. So we all have potential. We all have potentials. And we all project ourselves as somebody who we are, somebody who we want to be. And if potential is more and projection is less, so you don't get to be what you wanted to be, what you have potential for, what happens? Frustration. And if you project yourself something else, but you are not up to the potential, then failure is inevitable. Maybe not now, maybe 2 years ahead, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years ahead. But failure will come. This is because projection and potentials were not matching. So this is why I always suggest that as when we are young, we should all try to improve our potential as much as possible. How to increase our potential? Take new courses, learn new skills. So there are these massive online platforms where a lot of courses or MOOCs are done. You can take those, you can learn new skills, you can work in internships, or what you can do, you can work for free for people. So sometimes you feel like, free में काम क्यों करना है? It's not about वो काम करना है, it's about learning the skill. In life, person who wins is the one who deserves. And deserving means getting that thing. Whatever the country may be having problems. So there are problems of corruption, nepotism, mismanagement, misadministration, maybe. Yet, nobody can deny the talent and genius and the hard work. So if you develop that, if you have the skill, so whatever you may be, if you need if your water gets clogged in bathroom, you need to call a plumber. Why you need to call a plumber? Because the skill with that person. So I may be a civil servant, you may be an engineer, but you might not be able to open it. This is because that skill is the requirement. So that potential we need to learn. Whatever you want to do, you need to have that potential. And raise your potential, projection will come. Don't worry what people are saying. What you are getting grades, or like, I'm not saying grade, teachers are saying. I'll say rather what kind of achievements you are getting right now. First, you need to build your potential. A fourth lesson that I have learned is time and energy management, especially in preparation. Preparation phase, if you are preparing along with studying in IIT right now, I know it's challenging, very, very challenging. But you need to conserve and manage your time and energy. They are currencies. When we spend money on some clothing or a shoe, 2,000 rupees, you feel like लेना है नहीं लेना, cost benefit analysis, कौन सी कंपनी का है, कितना चलेगा, कितनी बार यूज करेंगे. Lot of analysis goes into that currency. But moment you have to think about your time and energy, somehow we don't evaluate. But time and energy are something which are very limited. Limited in the sense that you can't get them back. Can you be 10 again? Not possible. No, not possible for anybody of us. We cannot go back in time. So this is the currency once we spend, it goes away forever. So whenever you are spending your time or energy on somebody, something, some event, some project, you need to evaluate what I am getting out of it. Is it worth it? So even if you are relaxing, relax with full energy. When you are relaxing, when you are enjoying, enjoy with full energy. Then you should not be feeling इतना काम बाकी है, मुझे तो प्रॉफ्स के लिए पढ़ना था लेकिन अभी तक पढ़ाई नहीं करी. When you are enjoying, enjoy, and when you are studying, you study. Don't be confused, because confusion leads us nowhere. It leads us nowhere. And time and energy analysis में एक चीज़ और है, do stay away from toxic people and toxic situations. Right now you are young, I know, we have a lot of friends, we have a lot of relationships, and in that situation, sometimes we are stuck in toxic environment. Come out of toxicity as soon as possible. People who sap energy out of it, stay away. Even situation which sap energy and time out of you for no good reason, stay away. Anybody who demotivates you, any relative who comes to tell you you are not good enough, stay away. Because nobody should tell you that. Your time and energy should not get wasted on any toxic person. Then fifth thing that I have learned in my life is Jamvant concept. How many of you know who Jamvant was? Jamvant. Mythology deficit क्यों हो रहा है हमारे hall में? Okay, sufficient people know that. So Jamvant is a mythological figure in our history, in our Purans and Ramayana, where Jamvant was the person who reminded Hanumanji that he has all the potential and he can fly. And he did. Before he was not even aware and he didn't have the motivation to fly. But after some time, when the Jamvanji realized, make Hanumanji realize that you have the potential. Suddenly Hanumanji could realize, was it the realization or was it the reminding of Jamvanji? It's both. It's both. So we all are searching our Jamvant somehow and somewhere. We all want other person to tell us that we can do it. We want other person to tell us, yes, I can be what I wanted to be. Yes, I can earn. Yes, I can fly. Yes, I can do whatever I want to do. Yes, we either find your right Jamvant or be your own Jamvant. Only two alternatives. Because if you wait for Jamvant, then you will have to wait for a long, long time. Because sometimes right Jamvant doesn't come by. If you find your Jamvant, if you have a mentor, you have a friend, you have a family, you have a person who can tell you, yes, you can do it. Good. You are a lucky person. But if you don't have someone, then be your own Jamvant. Tell yourself. Tell yourself daily, on daily basis, this is my vision, my goal, and I can do it. Easily. Because I have the potential. Let nobody else tell you you can't do it. Never ever. My sixth lesson is we all come in pressures. Pressure from family, pressure from society, pressure from friends. So don't come in pressure. External pressures are very bad for our growth. Because the moment you start taking decisions of your life based on what other people perceive you as, so we are not concerned what they are thinking, but we are always concerned how they are perceiving us. How am I looking? Now you people are under pressure. I am an IITian. If I don't get a good placement, what will society say? Relatives will say, अच्छा आपका बेटा तो IIT से था. अच्छा बिटिया ने तो IIT क्रैक किया था. प्लेसमेंट नहीं लगा अभी तक. अच्छा ये कंपनी मिली है. अरे ये तो उनको भी मिल गई थी. So these are all the kinds of pressures that make you feel like you have to do something which other person wants you to do. No. What you want to do. It's fine. There are people who haven't got the right placements, but their own startup was a unicorn. There are people who were rejected by companies or other people, but they made it good. And there are people who got the best placements, yet somehow things didn't work. So it's fine. Most important that you need to do is don't come under pressure. Because when you come under pressure, you start deviating from your goals. You make goals which other people want. So you wanted to open your startup, you wanted to give civil services, but somebody told you, पहले जॉब तो लो, कुछ कमाओ तो सही. कमाना बहुत ज़रूरी है. This is what I always say. First get a job and earn. But don't take it or don't do it just because of any external pressure. See what you really want. Because लोग तो कुछ ना कुछ कहेंगे. If you get a good placement, then they will say, इतना ही. You get very good placement, इतना तो ये deserve भी नहीं करती थी. फिर कैसे मिल गया? So if they want to find faults, they will find faults. And when you will be 50, 60, then what happens? When we grow old, though I am also not 50, 60, but I have seen, I have interacted with many people. Most of our fathers, uncles, mothers, but they start saying, अरे वो तो हम तब कर रहे थे, तुम लोगों को क्या पता, हम तो तब कर रहे थे. तो हमने फैमिलीज, मैंने IIT दिया नहीं, हो तो मेरा भी गया, हो भी तो मेरा भी जाता, मेरे बेटे का भी हो जाता है अगर एक ड्रॉप दिलवा देता तो. This is how people start explaining. This is what happens if you deviate your goals. आप बन गए, आप कुछ और बन गए, but you will always be stuck with your initial passion. You will अरे मेरे को तो देना था सिविल सर्विसेज, लेकिन फिर घर की जिम्मेदारियां हो गई, वो मैंने जॉब ले ली, फिर ऐसा हो गया, फिर ऐसा हो गया. या फिर मेरे को मम्मी पापा ने बोला सिविल सर्विसेज देना है, तो मैंने सिविल सर्विसेज देना है दे दिया. लेकिन अगर मैं प्राइवेट सेक्टर में जाता तो आज मैं CEO होता. मुझे देखो, मैं एक छोटी सी इनोवा कार चला रहा हूँ, वो देखो वो लैम्बोर्गिनी चला रहा है, वो मर्सिडीज चला रहा है. प्राइवेट इज ऑल अबाउट दिस, गवर्नमेंट में नहीं मिलेगी. बिल्कुल किसी भी इस आइडिया से मत आना यू विल गेट मर्सिडीज और लैम्बोर्गिनीज. नो, मैक्सिमम इनोवा मिल जाएगी, सियाज मिल जाएगी, बट नथिंग मोर देन दैट. So you need to find what you really want to do. Don't come under pressure what other people are saying, because moment something goes wrong, nobody will come to your rescue. Trust me, nobody will come to your rescue. Even parents will say, अरे हमने कोई इतना प्रेशर थोड़े ना किया था, हमने तो बस बताया था क्या सही है क्या गलत है, हमने तो अपनी समझ से बताया था, हमें लगा तुम भी तो समझदार हो. Everybody will. Now it is your life, and you will say मैंने तो आपके लिए किया था. लेकिन अब आपके लिए किया था वो वाला तो सेंटेंस का कोई वैल्यू ही नहीं है. क्यों? क्योंकि आपके तो 5-6 साल, 10 साल, 15 साल, 20 साल निकल गए. Now you can't switch your box. You can't switch your box. Now you are stuck with that box, and you will always keep feeling like उसका बॉक्स देखो कितना बढ़िया है. अगर मैं उस बॉक्स में होता तो पता नहीं क्या मचा देती. मैं तो एकदम मतलब बॉन्ड हो जाते. तो वो वाला जो है, it's like choose your box wisely, very very wisely. So this is why don't come under pressure, anybody. My 7th and I think the last. You must all be very tired of listening, huh? It's a kind of a monologue till now. So my last lesson that I have learned is deprivation and desperation. So until and unless you feel deprived of something, there is no desperation. So if you have that hunger in you, कि मुझे ये चाहिए, only then that desperation will come. And for that you need, of course, for anything you want to do in life, you need passion. And that passion will only arise and only come when you feel the desperation. And the desperation you will feel when you realize that after 10 years, what will happen? So you see you go somewhere and you feel like आप एक होटल में रुकना चाहते हैं, आप एक गेस्ट हाउस में रुकना चाहते हैं, आप एक किस टाइप का आप एक अपना एनवायरनमेंट चाहते हैं. You should have that hunger for you. If you have this hunger that I want to help people, I want to do something good for the society, or whatever decisions I take should be having an impact, civil services is good. If you have this vision that, okay, government, administration, people are okay, but I want to earn, good. I want to drive this car. I want to make villas and villas, many, many villas. Then that's a different path. You will have to. Hard work sabhi mein hai. There is no alternative to hard work. It doesn't happen that people in private work more or government work less, or government people work more or private people work less. It has to be, well, hard work is everywhere. Everywhere you will have to devote your time, energy and motivation. So just remember, what do you have hunger for? And whatever you have hunger for, be desperate for that. Right now, I know you people are in a very enjoyment mode. This is my first point. Again, balance. So you must not sacrifice enjoyment or activities when you are having vision for future. So people who are just studying and missing all this fun of concerto are, no, it's not the better thing to do, because after some time they will not have no memories of their college. College memories last forever. Even till now, when we talk to some of my friends or anybody, we say, अरे कॉलेज में पता है क्या किया था, उस फेस्ट में हमने ये किया. So these are memories which last forever, and these are the things which bring leadership out of you, bring that cooperation, bonding out of you. So enjoy, but with a vision of future, what you want to do. So finding and striking the balance is the key. I know it's hard work. It's not easy. For me also, whenever I want to find balance, it's not easy, because I have to manage a lot of things. I have to manage my work, I have to manage my extracurricular activities that I do. Me and my husband write books, and we have a baby. And as you can see, so managing all of this is not easy, absolutely not easy. But if you want to have a comfortable life, that's different. If you want to have a great life, that's different. Choice is yours. But when you choose one, then don't wish for the other. Don't look at other people and say, अरे यार उसको देखो कितने आराम की जिंदगी है. तो आपको किसी ने मना किया था? चुन लेते हैं आराम की जिंदगी. या आप उसको देखो वो कितना ग्रेट काम कर रहा है, वो कितना, आपको मना किया था किसी ने? थोड़ा डिस्कम्फर्ट झेलते और चुन लेते हैं उस लाइफ को. We all can be great. Easily, yes. And I'm a little bit elder to you. I won't disclose how much, but when after some years I will see that maybe from this gathering only there will be some great CEOs. और अगर मैं मिलने आऊँ तो मुझे अपॉइंटमेंट दे देना, ठीक है? Thank you. This is all from my side, and I like to answer to some queries if you have any.
Arise in the mind of young civil aspirant. So it is how to know whether you are a worthy candidate for civil services.
Please sit. A worthy candidate of civil services. So as a worthy candidate, firstly you must be smart, not over smart. Secondly, you should be the one who is okay if you're not in too much luxury. So government gives you a comfortable life, no doubt about it. It gives you all the perks and the support system so that you can have a very comfortable life. But don't imagine that you will be having huge villas, or again I said, you will be driving Mercedes, or you will have excessive cash flow. And I am here supposing that all who are here are very, very people of high integrity. So with that supposition, I'm telling you, there is so if you have utter ambition for luxury, then you are not the right person for civil services. But if you have the passion for working, passion for having the network, good social prestige, good social relations, and of course a little bit of authority over some matters, as well as decent money in the sense decent salary, I think you are a worthy candidate. In the sense of external things, and internally I'll say, if you must be able to work hard and take risk, because we all know civil services is a risk. You don't know how long it will take. You might clear in your first attempt, and there are people I know who were brilliant, but they couldn't clear the exam. So after 4, 5, 6 years, sometimes you feel like I have nothing in hand. Of course, externally you don't have anything to show, but of course civil services exam changes you. It brings a lot to your personality, it changes the way you look at world. So this is a very worthy exam, but you must be ready to take risk as well as work hard.
Good evening, ma'am. Feeling very privileged to have you here. Ma'am, as you said that choosing the box and capturing it is what all matters. But I guess we all face that problem, that how to choose. I mean, we have that potential, that we have several boxes in front of us, but how to choose that? I guess if we can choose that box, eventually that desperation and focus will come. But,
Absolutely.
Yeah, but how to actually choose that? Because somewhere that focus and that starting point only is lacking.
So for choosing, please seated.
Thank you.
Please be seated. So choosing your box is a very difficult task. Of course, when we are young, it's a lot of confusion, lots and lots of confusion. Even I was confused, and I was so confused that I didn't even know what to take. Whether I should go for medical, engineering, or should I take law. I somehow took medical. And even when I was choosing my career as a civil servant, I didn't have great idea about this service, what is the exam about. But somehow I liked the overall concept of that career and I plunged into it. I just entered by buying some books. I generally tell it, I just went with my mother and bought some books. And after that I keep exploring, meeting new people, and from there I learned about this exam, because at that time YouTube was not that a platform, easily accessible platform where so much information was available. So right now when you have to choose your box, always consider some things. Firstly, that again 15 years ahead, where do you see yourself? That helps a lot. I know as a youngster we want to do it all. We want to do it all. We want to have power also, we want to be in government also, we want to be the CEO also, we want to have a startup also, everything we want. But ultimately, this is the first lesson, we can't have it all. You will have to choose one. You will have to. Just you have to see, because all ice creams look good, you can't eat them all. You will have to choose one flavor, which is most attractive. Of course, even if you take whatever ice cream, even if you say take vanilla, you will always say chocolate lena behtar rehta. It will always keep on going. It will never end. It's just that whenever you are taking that plunge, you should be at least sure कि चलो ये पसंद है मुझे. It should not be कि मुझे तो पता भी नहीं है, पसंद भी नहीं है, फिर भी पता नहीं क्यों कर रहे हैं. At least ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए. आपको पता होना चाहिए, पसंद होना चाहिए. Of course, you can't have it all. You will have to take a risk and as well as a leap of faith that it will work out. And secondly, analyze your own personality. There are certain personality types which suit a particular profession. So there is a particular personality type for lawyers, you know, similarly CEOs or scientists. So if you are not good at science and you want to be a scientist, that won't work out. You have to have that passion for science if you want to be a scientist. Similarly, civil services, you need to have that passion for things. Because if you are too scientific, in the sense, too scientific, I'll say, if you go into too much nitty-gritties and details and you have that researcher kind of attitude, it might be counterproductive to career as a civil service. Because you have to ignore a lot of things. You have to go into macros when you are a civil servant, because as a single officer only, you will have to look at education also, health also, police also, law and order also, sanitation also. So you will be looking at diverse fields. You will not have deep knowledge of any. Still, you will have to manage it all. So you need to have that macro vision in yourself. I think I have answered. Is it okay?
Yes, ma'am, definitely. Thank you, ma'am.